Hey, happy Sunday. Good morning. I have been a busy girl this morning. I'm getting my sourdough around here, and then I've got a potluck we're going to later on, and I wanted to make this Texas sheet cake. It's one of Dave's favorites. He loves it. Pretty easy throw together dessert, and it's low carb, so it's great. So I know I'm on here at a really odd time. It's a crazy Sunday morning. And yeah, but guys, if you happen to be getting on here with me live, if you're catching a red live up in the corner, just type live in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you're catching me later on, it says was live up in the corner. That just means you're catching the replay, and that's great too. Just type replay in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. This recipe, guys, is already up in my group. I have another group on Facebook. It's called Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave, okay? I hope you can read that. You can screenshot it, whatever. That's a group that I do recipes and tips and ideas for our low carb lifestyle. I love sharing this stuff. It's really become a passion of mine. When Dave was really struggling with his diabetic numbers, we made some shifts. We started some great supplements that helped with our carb cravings and all that kind of stuff. And we made a shift after we started those, because when you don't crave the carbs, it's a little easier to get rid of them. So we made this shift to this lifestyle we've been doing over 6 years. I don't really know even how long we have been doing it. But guys, like I was saying, if you're getting on here with me live, talk live in the comments like Joe. Hey Joe, how are you? So now, if you are curious about the supplements that we use that help with our carb cravings and our moods and have helped us lose weight, drop info in the comments. I'll get back to you about those. But today, like I said, I'm making this. I don't know if I can pick this up. It's still warm. I just took this out of the oven, okay? This is the base of the Texas sheet cake, okay? And there is almond flour. The sweetener that I use is a granular monk fruit and erythritol blend. Sometimes I'll use monk fruit with an allulose blend. It's a granular stuff. It's made by Lakanto. I'm going to be using their powdered in this. I'm going to be making the frosting to dump on that, and I got to get it done because it needs to go on when that cake is still warm. So anyway, there's coconut flour in there, some whey protein, baking powder, salt, butter, water, cacao, some eggs, heavy whipping cream, and some vanilla. That's what's in the cake, okay? All homemade, from scratch cake, okay? Wonderful. Now, what am I doing? I'm going to mix up the frosting. So this is like a chocolate icing frosting. So like I was saying, guys, if you're getting on here with me live, let me know. If you need to be in my group, guys, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave, search for it on Facebook, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. It's this color, this banner, looks very similar to this. Or you can drop group in the comments. I'll get you the link and you can get over there. So what I'm doing now, guys, I've got a stick of butter. And yes, it's butter. I don't use the word in this house anymore. We use all butter. I've got a stick of butter. I have about 1/4 cup of cacao. Now that is an unsweetened chocolate powder. I should have showed that to you. I'm sorry, but it's the powder. Now be careful when you're buying this. Like, there's some unsweetened stuff out there. But be wary of the ingredients. This is something I buy at Walmart. It's CACAO, cacao, and it's really, really good, okay? I need cream and water. I just mix those together because, hey, I don't want, I don't measure twice. So like 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream and 1/2 cup of water in that together. And I'm just going to mix this all together, guys. I'm going to see if I can get you down here. Just a smidgen. There, how's that? And I'm just mixing this together. Just going to whisk it. I'm going to try to bring it to kind of a simmer. I want to get everything mixed in there together. And then I'm going to add some powdered sweetener. and a little bit of a thickener, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. Now, guys, I love sharing these recipes because I know what it's like to struggle. We know what it's like to struggle, and it's no fun. It's no fun at all. Excuse me. Where'd my coffee go? I'm always sitting things down, and I never remember where I sit them. Okay, so this is, I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to bring this to a simmer. So I love sharing this stuff because, you know, when Dave was diagnosed with his diabetes, and we we did a lot of different things. We tried a lot of different things and nothing seemed to work. And then, you know, along came our lifestyle change, you know. Hey, Terry, how are you? Our lifestyle change, and, you know, now he's doing so much better. He actually is struggling just a little bit right now, and I think his body has changed as he started to age, and I think we've got another couple of issues that are entering in. So we're taking the measures we need to take to get that fixed. We're actually going to be going to see a specialist and endocrinologist soon. So because they realize that he's got a thyroid issue too. So I think we're addressing more than just the diabetes now, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't still have diabetes. So we still do, does help him. Okay. And I love sharing these recipes. Hi, Kay. Is it Kaylin? I hope that's right. Rebecca, how are you guys this morning? Happy Sunday. I am making the frosting. Hey, Melanie. Making a frosting for a Texas sheet cake, okay? That we're going to be taking to a what do I want to say? A potluck later on. Hey, Judy. Hi, Karen. How are you guys all today? I hope you're doing good. It's kind of a damp, gray, dreary day here. Makes you feel like just crawling under. I don't do that too much anymore. I enjoy getting out and going. I got to head to the grocery store just a little bit, pick up a few perishable things that I didn't get. I'm trying to just do, hey, Angie, trying to get to the grocery store less often where I have to drive. So I picked up 2 weeks worth of my non-perishable staples last week. So this week I'm just going to try to do the perishable stuff. I'm a planner. Yes, I am. But this week is going to be a little bit slow for me just because we have some things going on Wednesday and Thursday. So I don't know that we're even going to be eating at home. But anyway, hey, Deb, how are you? All right, so this is coming together. You can see it kind of simmering there. So now I'm going to add in this sweetener. And I'm just going to add it in like about a half a cup at a time, okay? I love this stuff, guys. The monk fruit is, these are not artificial sweeteners, okay? These are all natural sweeteners. I got to turn my fire down because I got more than a simmer going now. So I want to... This takes a cup and a half of the sweetener, but I want to do it slowly so that I make sure I get it all blended in there. Hey, Louise, happy Sunday. Hey, Madge. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm not seeing. When I'm tilted down this way, it's hard for me to see my screen, but I feel like you guys get more information out of my lives if you can see what I'm doing. So I'm sorry if I don't call you out, you know, by name, if I miss your comment, okay? So that's a cup. I'm putting in a half a cup at a time of the sweetener, okay? Goodness gracious. So, and I'm gonna put in this last half. And I usually keep this in a container, guys. My container was just so near empty. I'll dump it in when I get finished here. And I want a teaspoon of vanilla in with this. Okay. So, just gonna bring this all together. Okay. Make sure I got all the chunks, the clumps, the whatever out of the sweetener mixed in. And I'm just doing this over a pretty low heat, guys. Hey, Nancy, how are you? Oh, sorry so much. Feel better. Hospital is no place that you want to be, definitely. All right, I'm going to toss some stuff out of the way here. Now, what I was saying earlier is I am going to put in a little bit of a thickener. Okay, what I use, guys, is called xanthan gum. And it's just an all-natural sweetener. A little of this goes a long, long way. This is like 1/4 of a teaspoon. And the thing, you don't want to just dump the whole 1/4 in one spot because it'll just make a big old clump. So what I do is I just sprinkle a little bit at a time and whisk it in, okay? And you just want to keep it going, keep everything moving, or you're going to have a big clump, okay? So that's not the best thing you want to do. Hey, Shirley. So literally just kind of, you can kind of, I don't know if you can see that kind of thickening up from that xanthan gum. I don't want it too thick because this just kind of pours over the top of the cake, okay? And then it just cools, okay? So it's super duper simple, super duper easy. And, you know, I baked this cake this morning. Whoops. Baked this cake this morning. It's sitting here. It's still warm. And I'm just going to dump that frosting right over the top. We'll see if I can get this down here. Maybe you guys can see what I got going on. And I'm just going to frost it. This will cool down and get hard and thick, but it just kind of runs all over. And it is so yummy. Oops. So I'm going to pour this on real slow. I don't know if you can see that. It's just kind of running to where it needs to run. And I'll spread it around the top so that it sets up like it should. Amazing. And this is so good, guys. And if you guys watched earlier in the week, I did a new brownie recipe. And actually, Dave said to me, ooh, that Texas sheet cake frosting on that brownie would be really good. And I said, yeah, it would be. But I will be making you a Texas sheet cake later in the week. So we're not going to do that. But anyway, super duper good, guys. I just kind of work it around on the top. And like I said, it's going to set up. It's going to get hard. And it'll be just like an icing more than a frosting, I guess. And we're just about done here. So super duper good, super duper simple, super duper low carb. That's what we like. Now, like I was saying, the sweeteners, the flours that I use in this are all low carb, keto. So if you're looking for some low carb recipes, please feel free to join us in the group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. And if you are in that group, I'd love it if you would invite your friends and family. If you are in that group and you make any of my recipes, please put pictures or whatever in there. I love the interaction that we've been having over there. And I'm done. I am done. This is it, guys. Completely covered. And just waiting to cool. Now I'm gonna let this sit for probably an hour-ish or so, and it's just gonna sit here and harden up and be so yummy. So I love taking stuff like this because this gives us options, you know, when you're headed out and you know, okay, I brought that. Hey Barbara, I brought that. I know it's low carb. You know, it's a great way to be prepared, I guess I want to say. So, sorry about this yuck. I think it's the dampness in the air out there that's kind of got me feeling like I'm, I don't know what. So, anyway, I'm going to be experimenting just a little bit more this afternoon with my sourdough bread. I actually have it just rising. Good grief. I kind of feel the same way today. No, not really. I mean, the weather kind of, sometimes when the weather's gray like this, you know, there was days I could just, sit in my chair and put my feet up and nap all day long. And I don't do that anymore. And that's I give a lot of credit to the products that we take for snapping me out of that. And I have a dear, dear friend who would tell you the exact same thing. You know, she was such, anxious and depressed, and especially with weather like this, and she's just not that way anymore either. Love our products. So I'm going to get on out of here, guys. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy every minute of it. And if you have any questions about this recipe or anything that I ever do, just drop those questions in the comments. I'll get back to you. Like I said, if you need information or need to get in the group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave, for recipes and the low carb tips and those types of things, drop group in the comments, or you can search it yourself. That's the fastest way to get in there, is for you to just go search it, request to join, and I'll get you added. It is a private group, and the big reason for that is I just don't want to have the bots and the things like that in that group that, you know, send you the weird comments underneath all the things. I see them comment on my stuff, you know, hey, beautiful, I love your smile. Send me a message or send me a friend request. If you ever see anything like that on my page, just block that name, because they're not even, I don't even think they're real people, but if they are, you don't want them in your life. So anyway, hey, Robin. Oh, lucky you. The sun. We don't have any sun. I'm not sure we're supposed to see any today either. But anyway, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. Search it or drop group in the comments. I'll get you a link to get over there. Also, if you need information about the supplements that we take, drop info in the comments. I'll get back to you about that. And I hope you have a blessed Sunday. I hope it's wonderful. I hope your Sunday is everything you could ever want it to be. I'm going to turn you around here and show you this right before I go, because it is, you can see it drying. It's not, so that'll dry. It'll set up. It'll be a nice little treat to have later. And Dave actually said, oh yeah, I could put that underneath some ice cream maybe later for dessert. Okay, yeah, you could. So anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. As always, smile. Pass that smile on, and just help anybody in your way if you can. That's what I like to do. So we'll chat with y'all later.